Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. It's 1:34 p.m. It's the 16th May 2025. Let's begin. Trump is running for re-election. President Donald Trump running for re-election in 2028. Of course, he hasn't officially declared it. The Second Amendment bars it, and he may decide to pull the plug later. But the president is acting like a candidate running for a third term. Trump is raising millions of dollars for elite entities. He's complaining about campaign interference, and he even has campaign merchandise. How would an official campaign look any different? Trump has now been running for president for 10 years. His default setting is running for president. So it's time to shift the conversation from a discussion about a hypothetical future Trump campaign to the reality of the Trump 2028 re-election campaign happening right now. One of the most obvious candidate tasks is raising money, and Trump is doing just that. I've raised a lot of money for the next race that I assume I can't use for myself, but I'm not 100% sure, he told House Republicans at their winter retreat in Florida in late January. I think I'm not allowed to run again. But then turning to Speaker Mike Johnson, he asked, "Am I allowed to run again?" Followed by, "Mike, I better not get you involved in that argument. That's just one of many instances of Trump leaving the door open to another run." Almost I wrote a column in early February about a potential Trump 20. The president left the door open again with NBC News and Walker in late March. And do it. There is which you could do it. Trump backed off the 2028 talk a little bit in a more recent interview with Walker, but he still has clearly contemplated it. It's something that, to the best of my knowledge, you're not allowed to do. I don't know if that's constitutional that they're not allowing you to do it or anything else, he said. I'll be an 8-year president. I'll be a two-term president. I always thought it was very important. But in the same interview, Trump floated concepts of a run, including a writing option and the presidential thing, an apparent nod to the theory that he could get elected vice president on a ticket with J.D. Vance and then become president again. If it acts like a candidate, despite his evolving comments to Walker, Trump continues to act like a candidate. He hosted or attended $1 million ahead fundraisers for MAGA, a source that supports him in March and April as part of an effort to raise as much as $500 million this summer to push his agenda, help his allies, and punish foes, according to Axios. MAGA Inc. can raise unlimited money but is barred from coordinating directly with the president's official committee, as explained by CBS News. The fine print for the April invitation said the president was attending as a guest speaker and not soliciting donations. Trump apparently accepting donations for a future presidential library, since that's reportedly where $100 million yet from the top will go after Trump is out of office. It's unusual for re-elected presidents to raise money. President Barack Obama went on fundraising trips ahead of the 20 midterm elections, but raising money for yourself and related entities without a future in sight is not normal. The traditional model is for the president to raise money for the House and Senate candidates in the midterm elections, and some for the set of former to President Bush. But when it comes to Trump's actions, no president has ever done this. No one has ever done this. Fundraising for presidential libraries is supposedly to take place after a president leaves office to avoid conflicts of interest. The current system is so packed with potential for corruption that a pair of House members from Florida, Republican Greg Stube and Democrat Jared Moskowitz, last year reintroduced bipartisan legislation that would require disclosure of presidential library donations of $200. Americans deserve assurance that presidents won't be bought and sold before leaving office, particularly as they still hold immense international power and influence over U.S. policy, Stube said in a statement at the time. Beyond the fundraising, Trump is also complaining about campaign interference when polls showed his job approval ratings slide downward. Trump said on his Truth Social platform. These people should be investigated for election fraud, and add in the Fox News poster while you're at it. When he didn't like media coverage of his tariff policy, Trump complained again in the context of an election. MSNBC, the worst there is on television measures presentation, is so phenomenally off in their statements about me and tariffs that it should be considered a major campaign violation, he said in another Truth Social post. If he's not running again, what campaign is there to be violated or election to be interfered with? In Trump's mind, he's always running. If you're still doubting the seriousness of his election campaign, even Trump 2028 swag, well, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt dismissed it as just a hat at the end of April. The Trump 2028 red hats are still available for $50 each from the Trump Organization online store with the description, "The future looks bright. Rewrite the rules with the Trump 2028 high crown hat." The hat is not currently available on the campaign site. Some Trump supporters call him as media fiction, but their responses often follow a clear pattern. First, it's don't be so sensitive. You got Trump derangement syndrome. He's just trolling, of course. Trump isn't going to do that. Then, well, of course, he did it. He said he was going to do it. They even made hats. Why are you even surprised? Get over it. Remember, the question is not if Trump can constitutionally serve a third term, but who or what will stop him from running again and when. Testing limits until he receives enough pushback to stop appears to be Trump's current standard operating procedure. Running for being commander-in-chief has long been a political business and legal strategy for Trump. Being president or a candidate for a shield against scrutiny. If he doesn't end up running, Trump is still setting himself up to hold all the average within the Republican Party for at least the next 3 years. By collecting campaign dollars himself, other than to help other candidates or party entities, Trump would be able to threaten any wavering GOP lawmakers with a primary funded by himself and Elon Musk in the near term, and then anoint his successor further down the line. Again, if you want to, I really appreciate it. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments. Let me know, comment below, and obviously, I'll see you in the next video. So until next time.